This year so far has been an absolutely huge year for my Ironman account. That's mainly due to the way that I've structured my goals, and if you watch my Ironman progression series, you'll know that this year I'm taking on a 25-tile bingo board that is centered around progressing the account, pushing it that bit much forward, and the ultimate goal is being Colosseum ready. Mainly from an equipment perspective, maybe not from a skill level, but we'll get to that later. But in this video, we are going to be doing a halfway through the year review of where we're at, what goals we've ticked off, what goals we're working on at the moment, and what goals maybe we think might fall into next year. We'll find out. We'll find out upon review. But sit back, enjoy, as we take a look at the first half of 2025 and how I've got on with my goals. So the board on screen right now is where we're sat at the start of August. Now, last week, if you follow my progression series, you'll know that we got our first Venator Shard, which was a huge one because that tile is going to be a bit of a fun one, especially the fact that we're now 7 times over drop rate and we've only got 1 when we should have had 7. That's always a fun one. But this is how the board is currently looking. There might be a little update for Sunday's video. That's when the Ironman progression videos go up. But we won't be talking about that in this video. But I think it's, time we sit down and go through what we've done so far. All right, so first up on that board, let's go from top, work our way down. So first of all, 99 Hunter. This was the second or third 99 that we got this year so far. Really nice one. Really banked a lot of prayer XP. It was actually quite a fun one to 99, especially with Hunter Rumors. They've been pretty. I would argue Hunter Rumors are one of the best updates the game's ever had in old school. And I will defend that. I will defend that statement. But yeah, we had 4 levels to get, which ain't too bad, especially, like I said, with Rumours. But it didn't take us too long at all once we sort of locked in and got it done. But that was the first tile that we got checked off on that top row. Now moving on to the next one, shuffling along. Shuffling, is the collection log one that I'd set. So it's funny, I set this goal of 650 collection logs. I can't remember how many we started on now. I think it was about 500 and something. Yeah, it would have been 500 and something. We had to get a fair few, and I set this one. We started off the board, and then Jagex brought out that new update with the old the collection log rewards. So the next tier of the rewards is 700. So we've well and truly exceeded our goal. We're currently 48 over our target, which is really nice. But we're 2 away from that next tier on the collection log system thing that they added in. So that's a really nice one because we can tick off an in-game goal while still working on it. And you might notice in the videos whenever I get a collection log item, I flick the board up and just show the number updated. Because it's a completed tile, not going to lie, it's a shortcut for editing, really. It's a completed tile. We don't really need to worry about it. It's just nice to keep track of it. But we've well and truly smashed that 650 target. And I kind of set myself a side quest of 700. And we're about to get past that. So not bad innings on that. Now the next one is quite a huge one, is the Basilisk Jaw. And that was one of the main drops that I wanted to get for the Colosseum. Now, before I made my board, I had a look at the old Fortis Colosseum strategies wiki page and kind of went through that and went, okay, what would actually be a huge upgrade for, when I ultimately go for the main tile on the board of the quiver. Sorry, my cat is doing 360s behind my monitor. You all right? I don't know if you heard that, but she gave a little yep. And the face guard, the Net is Not face guard, was one of the items on there for the second tier of like best helms to have. And I was like, well, I've already got a crystal helm. That pairs nicely with that. Am I going to be able to get a Torva helm? The Oath Plate helm got added in later on in the year, but that was one that was kind of back of the mind once it got announced, everything. And then you got the Missouri helm, fortified, which I have this year got the Missouri helm. I just need an Armadillo helm to fortify it, which, yeah, let's not get onto Pigeon. So yeah, net is not face guard. Really wanted to get the jaw done. We were kind of getting towards drop rates at the end of last year, and I thought, yeah, let's go for it. Managed to get it so far. Happy days. We can tick it off the list. And now shuffle into the next one, which is the Light Bearer and the Fang. Now, this is a tile that I'd copied over from last year, because I did do the 25 tile board last year as well, but a different one, a completely different one. So far, we've had the Light Bearer, which is huge because it's helped out with other grinds that are on that board, like the going for the Zami Godsword. And it's also on one of the best in slots for the Colosseum grind. So, kind of goes without saying that we need that. The Fang is one that's just going to bloody help literally everywhere. Fantastic item. Still haven't managed to get it, which is okay. We have a salad blade already that we got last year. So I'm still kind of doing TOAs. They did a big update to TOA, which made it way more bearable. I'm not a massive fan of TOA. But yeah, we've had the ring so far. We still need to get the Fang to tick off the tile. Am I pushing for it at the moment? Not really. Do I need it? It's a nice to have. It would help out in a lot of other places. But is it on the list for the Colosseum? No, it is not. Because, like I said, we've got a salad blade. And yeah, that's on the second tier of most effective. Yeah. We got that one. And now we move on to my most recent 99 this year, which is 99 Slayer. Now, this one was a bit of a behemoth, right? I mean, Slayer's one of the slowest skills in the game, but it's one of it probably is my personal favourite one. It's like skill. That was our most recent 99. And it's centered. A lot of the tiles on here are centered around Slayer, so it was one that was gonna get done because we're just going for so much stuff that's centered around Slayer. Like you look at the Noxious Halberd, you look at the Dragon Hunter Lance, you look at even the Tormented Synapse and the Claws, for example, and the Basilisk Jaw. Bloody hell, we just spoken about that, and I'm forgetting about it. They're all and the Occult is on there. They're all Slayer drops, so it was inevitable that we were going to get 99 Slayer. We just had to put the work in and get it done. But yeah, that was the most recent 99 I got, and very happy that one's ticked off. I'm still doing Slayer because I like Slayer, and we've got drops we still need. But yeah, it's nice to have the cape. It's probably one of the best looking capes in the game. And now we drop down to the second row. You've got the Magus Juke's ring. Now, they did a huge update to Juke recently, and I can't remember what KC I'm on now. Hold on. I'm going to break the fourth wall, and I'm going to open up my collection log. Where are we? Juke. We're at 184 KC. So far, we've had the Ice Quartz, the Tablet, and I did get a Virtus Robe Top there, which is huge because that's a massive upgrade in the Mage build. But yeah, that's one I'm still working on. I've kind of been holding off on it, waiting for that update to come in on Juke because honestly, it's just way easier to sit there and grind out some KCs. And I was also waiting for the ring update, which means that you don't need to get the chromium ingots anymore. You can just use rune and adamant. It's either bars or raw. Either way, I've got them to make the ring. You pay someone to make it for you, essentially. But yeah, that's one. Still working on. Am I actively going for it? Maybe. Yeah. It's not part of the Quiver roadmap, I guess, but it's definitely one that would upgrade the account. So I'm still working on it. I like Juke with the updates. It's good fun for like 2 or 3 hours, and then I'm like, oh, I'm out of here, I'm doing something else. But yeah, that's one that I would like to get this year, but if it falls into next year, I ain't gonna cry about it. And then we shuffle on to the Jad Helm. This is one that I'm still working on. I mean, it's a lot. I needed a lot of points to get this done. I think it was over 200 points or something like that. We're now down to like the 80s. I think 88 points, something like that. I'm down lower at the moment, but I'm not going to go spoiling next episode. I'm not going to go spoiling next episode. We got some points. But yeah, it's one that it's as I'm working on these other tiles, I'm keeping in mind that I need to check the CAs of any ones that I can maybe do, but I do need to sit down at some point, work out a list of how we can get ourselves over the line, knock them all out. I think I've done a lot of the low-hanging fruit ones now. There's some KC ones on there that are for bosses that I don't really like, but you know, we're gonna have to do them at some point because I want that lovely new Slayer helm. It looks cool, you know, looks cool. But Jad helm, still working on it. Work in progress in it. If it slips the next year, it slips the next year. But I would like to get that one ticked off. Now, this next one is the Zami Godsword, which we have a silly amount of blades. So the blade's already done. Doing the Bandos grind this year. Whew, man, what a grind, eh? If you've seen the videos on that, you know what I'm talking about. We'll get to that when we get down to that tile. But yeah, the hilt is one that I'm hoping that I can get some decent RNG on and get a bit lucky. So far, we've had everything else at Zami. So the Hasta, which we'll get onto, the staff, and I've had a few Steam Battle Staffs as well. But it's one that, you know, I'm still actively working on. That's one of the reasons why we're still doing Slayer, to get Greater Demons tasks, because it just makes the whole experience better. Links in with that lovely Lightbearer that we got as well, because of the Scorching Bow Lightbearer method. I've got a guide up on the channel if you want to see what I'm on about. Just type in Zami guide on my channel. Yeah, it makes it way more bearable than doing Altador there, because the Altador there is a little bit scuffed, and definitely not doing melee. Definitely not. But yeah, that's one actively working on. I'm actually working on it on the next episode or two. We shall see how we get on there. Yeah, want to get that ticked off pretty soon. Mainly, it's not going to help out with Colosseum. Mainly, it's to help out with being a better teammate when doing chambers, because I still need an arcane because of the freeze that you use on Mutadials. That's one of the main reasons it's on there, to be perfectly honest with you. And now we move on to the next horrible tile, which is our first non-99 levels tile, which is the runecrafting agility. I think I started off an 85 on both of them, maybe 86 on both of them. No, 85 or 84 on both. Either way, we've got a few levels. We've put a dent in it. I'm 87 runecrafting at the moment. I'm getting close to 88, so then we're only 2 levels away. It's how I'm looking at it. With this one, I'm not eating the elephant whole. I'm cutting it into bite-sized chunks. I'm doing a few hours here and there. Mainly when I need blood runes, or I'm just thinking of something to do, or I want to chill out for a bit. Same with the agility one. We've had a few levels this year so far, but we still need 4 there, and we all know what agility is like, innit? But yeah, that's one tile that it's the last ones I need to get base 90, and I want to get it done. Do I want to spend the time doing it? No, I want to go and kill some stuff rather than running around rooftops and making little blocks of stone with a picture on it. But yeah, necessary evil, so we're gonna have to work on it. And then we move on to a really nice item, which is the Arania boots, which ties in again with Slayer, because Araxites and all that good stuff. I mean, you can do them off task, but yeah, these were ones that are on the list of getting Colosseum ready. They do fall below Primordial Boots as a best in slot there, but I just wanted to get them because I wanted to grind out Serachnis as well, because that's one boss that I quite like. It's been a bit of a dickhead to me with drops, but I wanted to grind it out because it's a good source for red spider eggs. Using those boots makes it AFK, like insane. You can look away, come back, and you're still alive, you're still running around, splatting some spiders. But we got those. We managed to get those done. So, yeah, that was a good one to get ticked off the list because it's helping out with other grinds and all of that good stuff. They're good, like, hybrid boots as well for range and melee. So maybe, just maybe, we try them at Colosseum. Probably not, but, you know, it's a nice option to have. And moving down to the next row, short and sweet on this one, smithing outfit. I just wanted to mix up what the tiles were for getting 90s, and we well and truly smashed 90 smithing. Did we even get 91? Let's have a look. No. 367k away from 91. But the outfit, nice to get it done. Collection logs, all of that good stuff. Didn't take too long either. and was actually quite good XP-wise. And then we shuffle over to quite a big tile with the Noxious Halberd. This is one that is a candidate for Colosseum kit. So far, I've only got the pommel, where I've switched focus on my Slayer to Hydra. Need to get myself on the Araxite tasks. Need to start getting them so I can start putting in some more KC. However, we are currently, if we go on collection log and we go on Araxor, 450 KC. We've had 2 fangs and the pommel. So, you know, we're getting drops there, but not the ones we need, which is kind of annoying, but, you know, it is what it is. But that's one I will be working on again soon. I kind of want to take it to Colosseum. Like I said, the Salad Blade is actually up above the Noxious Halberd on the list, which is interesting. Yeah. It would be nice to have both, and then we can test them. But, yeah. If I don't get it, I don't get it. It'll go into next year's. But, you know, I want it. I want it. And then we move on to the middle tile, which is, I want to say a free tile, but the pets ties in with the whole Seracnus in with the Urania boots. We got the Seracnus pet. It's great to have that one green logged. But, yeah, it doesn't really tie in with any proper goals, I guess. It's just getting a pet in it. So, yeah, Seracnus pet, we've done that one. Job done. Thumbs up. Next one. Now, the next one is by far one of the more important ones on here. And one of the ones that is being a pain in my ass, the Venator bow. Last episode, I got my first shard at 692 KC. They're 1 in 100, man. I should have had 6 or 7 by now. But we've had our first. I'm hoping that the floodgates are open. Whisper is one we're actively working on. And yeah, I'm hoping to get that bow finished, because once I get that, that's when the Colosseum grind starts. That is critical from what I've heard and what the wiki's saying for success at Colosseum. So I want to get that ASAP. And then next one is the Tormented Synapse. I only had 1 on there. We got 2. Hell yeah. And completing the claws as well, because the claws are on the list of one of the best spec weapons at Colosseum. So I want to be using those. They're also great for a lot of the other stuff on the board as well. Tormented Synapses, I wanted the Emberlight, because that's helping out with a load of other grinds, and the Scorching Bow, that helps out with the old Zamital, and yeah. We got 2. I only needed 1. I think we got a second one during a bingo. But yeah, great getting those. Huge upgrades for the account, and really nice addition to the game as well. They're kind of newer content, and yeah, got that one done. Job done. It's a green tile. Now we come down again, and we've got like the Avernic Defender, which I need to do some Tob, man. I need to get Tob in. It would be one of the best in slots at Old Colosseum. Am I stressing about it before going to Colosseum? Not really. It would be a nice to have, but it is listed as one of the best in slots. That or the Spirit Shield, which I ain't going for. Corp doesn't exist in my world. All right, Corp can stay quiet in the corner and leave me alone. But yeah, the Avernic Defender would be a great one to get before going to the Colosseum. Am I going to be rushing there right now trying to get it? No, but would I like to get it by the end of the year? Absolutely. I want to do way more top this year. We're currently sat at, if my collection opens, Theatre of Blood, 29, which ain't that much, but we have had the Sang, which is a huge one for the Colosseum, and the Face Guard. Yeah, but the Sang, you know, it's going to be our best in slot mage. If I don't take Bloods, which I'm probably going to take blood spells. But again, it's great to have. And now this next tile is another levels tile. Prayer. We need as much prayer as we can get when we go into the Colosseum. It's one of the reasons why I've been working on prayer over the 90 mark. We hit the 90 really early in the year. We're now 95 thanks to Hydra, all the work we've put in there, all the bones and everything we've got. And it's one that I would actually still like to 99 this year as like a bonus 99. And then we've got construction, which we're now on level 90. So that's ticking off another base 90. But we got both of those done. 90 construction was pretty recent. And yeah, 95 prayer is one that, like I said, whenever I get bones, they go straight to the Chaos Altar, and we get that XP in. Same with bone shards, like 99 Hunter really helped with that. Like bone shards are goated. Do not sleep on Hunter rumors, especially if you want to train your prayer and you're a hardcore or don't want to go in the wilderness. Then we've got the Occult, which is, best in slot mage necklace, which isn't one that is going to come with us into the Colosseum. We don't really need that switch, but it's one that carried over from last year. I went really dry on an Occult, really dry. I can't remember what KC we're on now. We've done some Thermi since, because I actually really like the boss. It's very good Slayer XP as well. It's Thermonuclear Smoke Devil, right? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I can't remember what KC it was now. I'm sure there's a clip on screen of me getting it. But yeah, job done on that one. It's a best in slot mage. Is it helping with the Colosseum? In theory, yes, but via proxy, because it's helping where we use mage and any of these other tiles that are seen as critical. It's helping out there. So it's an upgrade for the account to help out with other grinds. And then we've got the big boy tile, the ultimate goal, the quiver. Yeah, we're working on it. Then we move on to the next one, which is the altar ring, which is another best in slot ring for Colosseum. I've recently learnt Vardorvis, maybe like 2-3 weeks ago. I thought it was going to be grueling, a painstaking, grueling grind to learn it. Picked it up actually quite quickly, which I've really surprised myself with, which gives me confidence for learning mechanics at Colosseum. But yeah, it's one we're working on. It's one we're actively working on as well. I've been doing some Vardorvis recently, and yeah, it would be good to get. It would be good to get, especially like I said with when we're talking about the Major Spring, the updates that they've done to the rings, where you don't need all the chromium ingots, which just draws it out, but you do need to do this silly. You need to get one gold ring, then you need to get another gold ring, and then you can get the drop. Bullshit. What's this nonsense? Why have I got to get the same drop three times to actually get the drop? Anyway, that's a whole other bloody story. I'm not going to go down that route, but I think it's bullshit. Just give me the fucking drop if I hit the drop table or drop rate. You know what I mean? Anyway, it's one we're working on. We haven't got it done yet, but we've had the teleport at Vardorvis so far, and we're. What KC are we on now? Let's have a look. Vardorvis, 21 KC. So, we're just getting started. And now we drop down again. Crafting, that was the second 99, second or third, whatever. Flip with Hunter. I actually really enjoyed the crafting grind. It was a nice one, quite therapeutic. Ooh. But yeah, crafting's just a really useful skill for making, jewelry and that. And did we make some money on it? I feel like we made a little bit of money on it, but maybe we lost money. We probably lost money. But the crafting cape, fantastic cape for a teleport to a bank. It's handy having that when you're doing all this other shite that's on the board. Top notch, 99. Not that bad to do as well. Like everything shits out crafting supplies, so you've got probably more than you think in your bank. Go and see how much XP you got with a banked XP plugin. And then shuffling on, Arcane. I've not really done much chambers this year, but we've already got the decks, which is the main one that we need for Colosseum. Arcane's on here as a fallout of last year. I didn't get it then. I wanted to get it this year. I want to do some more chambers, but yeah, other things just taking priority. That's why that one's not green yet. Also, RNG. That's a big factor. Now, this next one is the wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Dragon Hunter Lance, which is on there mainly because I wanted to shed loads of Hydra. It's not really listed as a decent one for Colosseum, but it's a big ticket item. It's useful for chambers. It's useful for anything dragon related. Great weapon, and I wanted to get it. I want to get it. Pardon me, but we've got the Zamihasta. We've got one piece of the puzzle. That's why that little bottom bit's green. But Hydra-wise, it's alchemical, isn't it? We're on 1,116 KC. I'm pretty sure that means we're dry on the Hydra's Claw. I think we are. But, we've had the Hydra Lever, which gives us the Ferocious Gloves, which is considered one of the best in slots for the Colosseum. I'm probably going to use Barrow's Gloves because the other thing that it lists is the Zarite Van Braces, which I don't have. And because, we're going to be using multiple attack styles, Barrow's Gloves are just great all-round gloves, really. But the ferocious gloves are a nice option to have. We've got that while we're trying to get ourselves one of our tiles. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. We've also got the brimstone ring as well. Not that that's going to, get a look in any time soon. It's collecting dust. And now, the most fun tile that I have on this bloody board, the Bando's chest plate or the Torva plate body, or whatever it is. Torva plate body, is it? It's on the screen, but I can't read. Torva plate body. Now, it was a toss-up. I've spent so much time at bloody Bandos. We're on nearly 2600 KC. I was in top 200 on Ironman for Bandos when I finally got the bloody drop. I was using the Blood Moon chest plate, so definitely needed an upgrade. It's listed on as on the third tier of items on the Colosseum. I needed it. I needed to get it. I needed to get it done. I know we've now got overplate armor, overplate out, and it's better than whatever, but I don't care. I needed that chest plate. I needed to get it ticked off my list mentally. We got it done. It ticked off that tile. We've now got a huge upgrade compared to the Blood Moon chest body. I keep going Blood Moon tassets, chest body, chest plate, whatever. You know what I mean. Leave me alone. But also on the topic of these and the topic of oath, I managed to get the oath plate legs, which takes us right up to the best in slot legs that we can take. So yeah, we've had a huge upgrade in our melee setup with the Bando's chest plate and those oath plate legs, which are spooned at 6kc by the way, day one. Yeah, that tile, blood, sweat and tears went into that, but we got it done. And we've got a huge upgrade. And then finally, we have the last 99, which was the first one I think I got this year, which was the final combat 99 that I needed, bar prayer, if you exclude prayer. 99 defense. And now I wanted max stats going into doing the Colosseum. We got the job done there. Lovely. We needed 2 levels. It didn't take us very long. I think I did a lot of Scurrius while doing it, which was quite nice. I quite like Scurrius. Because the XP rates there are mad. But with the whole gemstone crab that's just come out, I probably would have done some of that if it had come out before I got 99. But 99 prayer, 99 defense, job done on that one. And that is the final tile of our board. So to summarize, 13 tiles have been completed, and we have 5 tiles that have had drops that progress that tile forward. We're getting near or close to where I want to be to start, running attempts and learning the earlier waves of the Colosseum. But I think give us another month, we'll be there knocking out Colosseum runs and hopefully getting to the end. You know what I mean? But that Venata bow is going to be pivotal for that. I think I'm going to have to full send some time to try and get that. But for the most part, I think we've had a bloody good year so far. We're on month 8. We're halfway through over halfway through the board. I don't think that's bad going. The tiles that are left on there are all slow burner ones, really. The ones that are going to take a bit of time. But for some of them, we're on drop rates. We're due to get the drops anytime soon. So hopefully that'll be the case. But yeah. We've had a good year. Like, you look at all the upgrades we've got this year. Progress the account. Man, we're at 2220 total now as well, which is pretty sick. Maybe maxing next year. Who knows? But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this kind of slightly different video of reviewing how we're doing this year. That rhymes somehow. And let me know in the comments if you want to see more content like this of reviewing certain stuff and going through the thought process of everything and going through our goals and that sort of thing. I'd love your feedback. I'd love to hear about it. And if you are new around here, please do consider subscribing. Yeah, maybe some Colosseum content coming your way soon. And as always, drop a like. Helps the old algorithm overlords, keeping them happy. And I'm going to stop yapping. See you on Sunday for the next Ironman progression video, and have a good rest of your week. Check out the second channel as well. Loads of good stuff going up on there. More SmithyTV. Anyway, bye.